What is up? What is going on? Dave at SVA Card Collectors. Guys, I got a 4-box mixer. People wanted me to do it, and I did it. I got 5 people already in. Just need 5 more. 2019 Bauman Sterling, the new one that just came out. 2019 Topps Stadium Club. 2018 Topps Series 2 with the Acuna bat down. Acuna is on fire. His bat up, that's in 2018 Topps Update, which is not included, is going for around $90, $95 I saw it sold for PSA 10s. So he is really heating up, especially he may get that 40 home run, 40 home runs, 40 stolen bases. So, and if they make the playoffs and he makes some noise, I think all of his cards are going to go up. People are buying all his stuff up. So you have Topps 2018 Topps Series 2, and you also have 2018 Topps Chrome. $65, there's 10 spots, you get 3 teams, and we will do a snake draft. Flick Chat, head over, FLICK chat, hit me up over there. That's where I'm at. Download the app, it's free. My face and my group is SVA Card Collectors. Now, wanted to talk about 80s wax boxes. Why would you want to talk about 80s wax boxes? Well, I still have my 84 Topps rack box, and somebody was interested in it, and it got me thinking about different cards in the 80s, and which ones to keep and which ones to sell and the whole 9 yards. Now, it seems like whenever people start getting back into collecting, into the hobby, it's one of the first things I did once I started learning. You start looking at the cards that you used to collect when you grew up. Mine was the 80s. It was cards. Those are the cards I couldn't get, but those are the cards I wanted. And so now that I have a couple extra bucks, I want to get those cards. But now I look at them, and you can buy it for $10, $15 these cards, rookie cards and things like that. And you go, well, what happened? And then you see a PSA 10 that goes for a couple of $100, $200, $300, $400. You go, wow, that's a lot of money. You got to get these cards graded, I guess, because this is during the time when there was a lot available. So, what's the next thing people go to? They go to hobby boxes, wax boxes, rack boxes, and they go, well, why don't I just buy this box? I'll open them up. There'll be a plethora of PSA 10s I will hold in my hand, and they feel nice, warm, and cozy. I'll send it off to PSA, and then I'll make some bank. Why hasn't anyone else thought of this? My God. And if you listen to my beginning podcast, you will hear me talk about a cheaper version of this, is the 1989 Donruss box, where you have the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. It is the second most expensive card. I don't know about inserts and things like that. You probably have some inserts in there. But for rookie cards, you have, of course, the Upper Deck, 89 Upper Deck, and then you have 89 Donruss, because they're very difficult to get in a high grade because of the black borders. So, there is a reason, and people who are first, listen to me, maybe they haven't listened all the way back, so I try to rehash a little bit. I have brought this up before, but don't think you're going to buy 1980s wax boxes, rack boxes, and you're just going to get PSA 10s. It is extremely, extremely difficult to get PSA 10s. 8s and 9s, you probably can get more often than not, but a PSA 10 is extremely difficult. Guys, these cards are over 30 years old. They've been banged up. They're probably not held carefully unless they're in a baseball card shop. And even then, just things happen. Maybe it wasn't in an air-conditioned environment, and the humidity got to the cards. There's 1,000 different things that could happen. And also, Topps, they had some old guy, who's got the shakes, who did the cuts for most of these cards. His very difficult to get a centered, 4 sharp corners, edges good, nice color on a card where it's not blurry, and get a PSA 10. Now, that is from the buyer's perspective, us looking for cards. Now, for the investor's side, this is the perfect opportunity to buy cards because of all the people like us who are getting back into the hobby and they want to open up a box of cards they had when they were kids and relive the past and also try and chase for PSA 10s. Let other people chase for PSA 10s. You don't have to be that guy. You could be the guy who bought a bunch of boxes and waited and waited and waited, and now you're going to make some bank. Where I think the top potential investment is, and we're going to go through the years. 1980 tops, you have Rickey Henderson. Those boxes are very expensive because Rickey Henderson in a PSA 10 is extremely expensive. I'm talking about, I think one was sold for $25,000. They are, again, hard to come by. 1981 tops, I would steer clear of it. I believe it's Harold Baines, Tim Raines. I don't know of anyone else. I'm sure I'm missing other people. But there's no big standout rookie in there. 82, Cal Ripken. Now with Cal Ripken, again, you just have one card. Cal Ripken and then Nolan Ryan in every single set. If you get in a high PSA grade, they sell very well. Those are the two guys. So 1980, you got to get Rickey Henderson, and you also have Nolan Ryan. I may be missing another card, but again, those are the cards that everyone's going for. No one's going for 1980s and going, oh, I want the Nolan Ryan. That's just a consolation prize, and if you can grade it well, more to you. 82 people will always be chasing Cal Ripken because it's a card that everybody wanted. But again, it's one card. Where you want to put your money in, I believe. 1983 tops, you have 3. Ryne Sandberg, Tony Gwynn, and Wade Boggs. Only way these prices increase is they do something big in the news because they're done playing. Or, unfortunately, they die. Now, with 83 tops, I'm a little under. I don't think that's the one to buy. It's one to buy, but not the one. Not the one where I go, all right, if you can get 10 of them, go get 10 of them. Because the biggest card is Tony Gwynn. And unfortunately, Tony Gwynn passed away when he was very young. So, because of that, I don't see big spikes in this unless Ryne Sandberg or Wade Boggs goes, or maybe they have some type of anniversary for these guys, things like that. I think you're just going to have normal appreciation. 84 tops, you got Don Mattingly. Again, also Nolan Ryan, but you only have one card you're going after. This is the set, and of course everyone knows I was going to say the set, 1985 tops. Now, what is so good about 85 tops is you have 2 guys who are not in the Hall of Fame yet, who should be in the Hall of Fame. One of them will probably get in. The other one probably will not. You guessed it. McGwire is not getting into the Hall of Fame. But it is very, very difficult to get a PSA 10. I've written articles about it. Check out, go over to my website, svacardcollectors.com. I talk about the 1985 top set. And I left out, which is a good thing, that a member from the Facebook group and Flick Chat, Casey, wrote about Cal Ripken. I missed him. I don't know how. His card is very expensive in a PSA 10. So there you have Mark McGwire, Roger Clemens, Don Mattingly, Nolan Ryan, Kirby Puckett, and Cal Ripken Jr. all going for a ton of money. The rookie cards, Clemens, McGwire, and Kirby Puckett. All those cards go for money in PSA 10. I don't know if I mentioned Don Mattingly, but Don Mattingly should be there as well. But really, Cal Ripken is probably worth as much or more, if I'm not mistaken, than Kirby Puckett. Now, Kirby Puckett has passed away, and he wasn't the nicest of fellows. Amazing player. So when that came out, I think that hurt his value. But if Roger Clemens, or when Roger Clemens goes into the Hall of Fame, that card is going to spike. Mark McGwire, if he gets into the Hall of Fame ever, maybe he gets in from the Veterans Committee, who knows? That card is going to spike even more than what it is. I'm not talking about Tiffany sets, I'm talking about regular Topps sets. You want to buy these cards, these boxes in bulk for investments. That's what I would believe. It's $270, $280. I would get the baseball card exchange ones, so you're 100% know that they haven't been tampered with. I think, and this is strictly investment. And I would sit on this. This is a 5 or 10 year investment. I'm not saying, all right, guys, you could try to flip this right away. These are not quick flips. You cannot go wrong with any of the ones that I talked about. I believe 85 is the best one. And trailing after that is 83 because you have more chances. You have more chances of getting something. So people are going to want to go after those. It's going to be a lot harder to try to sell even an 82 Topps. Yeah, they sell, but you're going for one guy. That's it. And if you don't hit that one guy, oh well, you got a bunch of junk. It's the truth. Unless you're trying to get a PSA 10 set. And even then, you're not going to have too many PSA 10s out of that box. You might get one or two. It's crazy how hard it is to get PSA 10s in during that time. So, just a little investment advice. I am at my job. You know what that means. SVAcardcollectors.com. Sign up. Also a Flick Chat. I do have the Facebook group and Instagram. You know what to do. Buy some cards and go broke, people. Later.